When I met Patrick and Edgar and the team, I was very impressed by their attention to detail and their thinking outside of the box, and how they listened to what it was that I wanted out of the extension and what it was that I wanted to change within the house itself. So they took all of that on board and came back with a plan that really kind of superseded what I hoped for, in that I never thought we'd get a utility, for example, and you know that came really easily and fitted in very cleverly, where I would never have thought of putting a utility. But that was just one thing amongst many really good suggestions by both Edgar, Patrick and Patrick Robertson, in terms of, you know, little details in the house that I think now living here made an absolutely huge difference to the way the space works and how we live in the house.
Throughout the build, my family and I, we continued to live in the house. Sigma Homes, they arrived every day at the same time, and every day they finished up before we arrived home from work. So leaving the site clean and tidy, we were delighted, and there was a minimum disruption throughout the build.
At the end of the job, I was very happy with the work, and anybody who has come to visit me since has said the house is unrecognisable from what it looked like before. It's a very impressive job, and you wouldn't even know it was the same house.
I chose Sigma Homes because they had come recommended from a friend of mine, and when I looked deeper into what they did a whole design and build program, which is what I wanted to do.
During construction they were excellent. The quality of attention that I got from the start to the finish was very good. They were flexible in all aspects of the build.
3 young children at the time, so they were very conscious of safety around the house and safety outside the house, which I was very concerned about. I changed things as I was going along, little tweaks, and there was no problem with that. I had an architect come to me constantly guiding me through the process. The foreman was excellent. All the staff that they had were lovely. They were very polite on site, and nothing was too much trouble for them.
They were very approachable. I suppose there was also changes on my part, and I found it very easy to ring up the lads and say, look, I was thinking maybe we'd do this instead of that, and you know, they were very easy to take all of those things on board as well. So very easy and approachable. I felt involved the whole time. I felt like I was one of the members of the team, which was great, you know.
I found them really pleasant, very reliable, very pleasant to deal with, which was the most important thing. Often builders, when you meet them for the first time, are very pleasant, obviously, because they want to get the job and want to get the work. However, Sigma Homes were pleasant right the way through. Even the small little details that I wanted completed, they did it with a smile.
When we decided to build our extension, we had a budget in mind and we had a time frame in mind that we wanted to stick to, and we were very insistent on that. Sigma Homes delivered on the time frame, and they delivered the extension within our budget, and we were extremely happy with that.
The budget was quite tight, but in fairness, the two Patricks and Edgar took all of that on board, took our brief on board, and came back with a proposal that was actually slightly under budget, which was great, because that left a little bit of scope for maybe the extra finishes that I chose in the end, all of which I've been very happy with. So at the end, the cost, I was really, really happy with that, yeah.
Yes, I was very happy with both the finish of the home and with the tradesmen. A lot of them, with the snag list, I would have been in contact with them maybe 6 or 8 months afterwards, and they always answered the phone to me, always came to sort it out, maybe little things that were going on, and to this day I'd still use them. If I had any ongoing issues in the house, I'd still use a lot of the tradesmen that were here today.
I had previously built my home by direct labour, and I felt it was an awful lot of hassle, and so when I was putting on an extension, I priced around. I found them very competitive and their work was excellent.
I would recommend Sigma Homes to anyone because I was very happy with their service throughout the whole process, and from start to finish they proposed an itinerary of works. It was completed on time, within budget, and I was very happy with the final outcome.